Okay, so guys, I think I'm visible and audible to all of you. Can you confirm in the chat if you can see me, if you can hear me then? Please do confirm, guys, if you can hear me, if I'm audible and visible to all of you. Yes or no? Yes. Yes, guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? I think we are live now. Okay, perfect. Audible and visible. So let's start with the session. Great. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So, yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. So, we are in day two, and in this particular session, we'll see that how we can implement the data ingestion pipeline for the deep learning project. So, let's start with the session, or we can wait for more 2 minutes. So, until if you have any sort of a doubt, you can ask me. I will try. I will try to clarify those doubts. And until let me give you the walkthrough of the dashboard and all, so from where you will find out the recording, you will get the like resources and all. So let me give you the quick walkthrough, and then within 2 minutes we'll start with the session until so that everyone can join. Fine. So first of all, guys, here you can see this is our YouTube channel. Now just go and check with the YouTube channel and go inside the playlist. So here we have created one new playlist with a deep learning end-to-end project, right? So in this playlist only we are going to upload all the video related to this deep learning project session. So just open this playlist, and here you will find out the first video, this one, right? So here you will find out the first video. Now go inside the resource section, and once you will go inside the resource section, so here you will find out the the dashboard link. So just click on this dashboard. After clicking on this dashboard, you can see this is our dashboard. Now you can log in. First you will have to log in, guys, and until you are not going to log in, you won't be able to access this course. And this course is completely free, you no need to pay anything. And here you can see, like, so we have already written over here that this course is completely free. Now just click on this, go to the course, and here this is the dashboard. Now still the recording is not there, but don't worry, the recording will be available over here over the dashboard itself. So you can find out the course syllabus, course curriculum, timing, and each and everything over here over the dashboard itself, over the like home page itself. Now this is the timing, right? So we have started at 5th of Feb, and here the duration is 3 week. So 2 week for the this CV project, and the 1 week for the NLP project. And here you can see the class timing, and we have updated the complete curriculum also. So this is the entire curriculum which you can see here. So don't worry, guys, the video will be also available. And if you haven't enrolled, so please try to enroll yourself. And once you will click on this, go to the course directly, you will be redirecting to the dashboard itself. So here you will find all the assignment, quizzes, and video, each and everything. So I hope you got the clear cut idea that from where you will get a recording. Until you can check with the YouTube only. So on the YouTube, the video is already available. Fine. So let's start with the session now. Sir, after downloading the project from GitHub, which step we have to follow? I will tell you that. Praveen, just wait. So I will tell you that after downloading the project or after cloning the project, what you need to do. Got it? So I hope this thing is clear to all of you. Now the next thing is what, from where you will get the project. So in the first class, in the very first class, I have given you the complete introduction that what you need to do in the project, what will be the problem statement, each and everything I try to clarify over there. And even I created the end-to-end project structure as well. So already I have updated on my GitHub. So here is my GitHub, guys, this one. And even I have pinged this GitHub in the chat as well, so you can get the GitHub link from there. You can check with my GitHub. Now sorry, this is not a project, this is the previous project which we have implemented in the MLOps. Now let me show you the current project which I initiated in my previous class. So just give me a second. Where is the project? Deep learning. Yeah, this one. So this is the project, guys, this one. So we have initiated this particular project, and here you can see the complete folder structure of this deep learning project. Now Yeah, I haven't written any sort of a code so far, but don't worry, I will write it down in today's class. I will create the data pipeline. I will create a data pipeline by using this AWS S3. I will show you that how to configure this AWS CLI and all. Each and everything we'll try to do in the live class itself. Got it? Hello, sir. I'm studying Master in Artificial Intelligence. Okay, great. Bhagesh. So, guys, did you get this project? If you got this project, then please do let me know in the chat. Tell me, guys, fast. In Neurolab, do we have to require to create virtual environment, install requirement every time after we log in into the Neuro? Yes. So after login, actually, you will have to install the requirement in the Neurolab. It is necessary. Vinith, correct. Okay, so great. I think we can start with the sessions. First of all, guys, please try to download this project. Please download this project. Please try to clone it. And today, actually, see, in previous class, I shown you both setup in Neurolab as well as in the local one also. So actually, in today's class, we are going to configure the S3 and all. So in that case, Neurolab basically was giving some sort of issues with connecting with the AWS and all. So here I will do it in my local itself. Got it? So here this thing I will do in my local itself. Yesterday only I have shown you the local as well as the Neurolab setup. Okay, so for the data ingestion you can use your local setup. Don't worry, I will show you here itself. And then rest of the thing like model training and all, we can perform over the Neurolab with the same project. Okay, so I hope guys you have downloaded this project. Where you will find out, so I have already pinged the GitHub link in the chat itself. You can download from there, and then you can clone it. You can clone it, and basically you can create your own GitHub repo as well, so that you can keep your own project whatever you are implementing along with me. So fine, let's start with this session. So first of all, what you need to do here. So first of all, let me tell you the agenda that what we are going to do in today's session. So in today's session, we are going to implement the data ingestion pipeline. We'll try to ingest the data from AWS S3. So here we are going to write it down the complete Python script for ingesting the data from the AWS S3. Okay. Now, first of all, guys, here, this is the project. This is a complete project, right? So how to clone this project, how to download this project in your local, let me tell you. And even we can clone it over the Neurolab as well. But today, for today only, for the data ingestion, we are not going to use Neurolab. We'll try to configure this thing in our local system only. Okay. So fine, let me show you how to do that. First of all, you need to open your CMD. CMD means what? Command prompt. So I hope you can see my command prompt. Now you can go to any location. You can change your location in whatever directory you want to create the folder. You can do that. So here I am going to create the folder inside this particular directory only, inside this C user Sunny. In this directory, I'm going to create a folder, and there itself I will clone my project. Got it? Now here I'm going to create the directory. So my directory name is what? mkdir. Even though I did it in my previous class, let me show you. So here what I can do, I can open my C drive. In the C drive user, and there actually I already created one folder in my previous class. So let's try to use the same folder, okay, instead of creating a new one, because I haven't created anything, I haven't written anything over there. So this is my folder, this is the location actually which I was using. Okay, so let me check with the folder. What was the folder name? I think, yeah, this was the folder name, Deep Learning Project. So I created this one in my last class, in my previous class. So in the same folder, I am going to clone my repository. So do it, guys. Do it along with me. If you want the code, please try to check with your chat. I already pinged the link. I already pinged the GitHub link. Okay, fine. So let's start with the implementation. So first, let me open the command prompt here on this particular location. So for that, I simply type, I need to type here CMD, right? So once I will type it, then you can see here is my CMD. In this location, I opened my CMD command prompt. Now what I will do, I will launch my VS Code. So here guys, you can see I launch my VS code at this particular location. This is my VS code. Okay, I launch in my this location. Now what I will do, so I will open my command prompt and I will clone the project here. So give me a second, let me open the command prompt. So here is what, here is my, sorry, here is my terminal. So I open my terminal. Now see guys, this is my terminal, and in the terminal basically what I will do, I will clone, I will open my command prompt. Either I can use this git bash or command prompt, anything is fine. So here I am going to open this command prompt, and then I will clone the repository here. So this is the repository where I kept my entire code. Let me show you where it is. Uh, this is the one. Now for cloning this repository, there is a very simple step. You just need to click on this green button, on this green code button. After clicking on this green code button, so here you will get this link, this particular link. So you just click, just try to copy this link. After copying this link, here in the terminal itself, you can write git clone and then you can paste the link. So git clone, and then you can paste the same link. So once you will do it, then you will be able to clone this repository. And please do it guys, please follow along with me so that you can implement, you can write it down the data pipeline along with me. So here after hitting the enter guys, you can see I'm able to clone the repository in this particular location, right? So this is my repository, deep learning project. Now let me highlight this thing. So first of all, let me open the uh, yeah. So here you can see this is what, this is my repository which I cloned from the GitHub only. After that, what I have to do, so let me clear it and let me go inside the repository itself. So cd deep learning project. So cd and deep learning project, this one. Now see guys, if I will write it down here dir, so I will get all the files and folder whatever is there. So on the terminal itself, you can see I have all the file and folder. Now if you want to see over here, if you want to check in your workspace, you can do that also. So just click on this deep learning and here you can see your all the file and folder which you have inside your repository. So I hope guys you have cloned your repository. Tell me yes or no. You have cloned my repository. Tell me guys fast. Did you clone it? Yes. Let me again give you the link in the chat so that you will get it. If you joined first time, then just wait guys. So here itself, you will find out the code and just a second. Fine. So guys, I have given you the repository. Now you can clone it. And after cloning, please give me a quick confirmation in the chat so that I can proceed with the further step. Okay, perfect. So here, guys, you can see I'm able to clone my repository. So I just removed the like the parent folder because it was not required. Unnecessary, like I will have to write it on the like inside the import statement. Unnecessary, I will have to mention that. So I removed that particular thing. So fine. I hope you are able to clone your repository and you have the entire code. Now let's understand that how we can implement the data ingestion pipeline over here. So first of all guys, if you will look into this cloud if you will look into this x-ray, right? So here actually we have the different files and folder, different like different like components and all, you will get it inside this x-ray folder. Now first of all, what you need to do, so here we don't have any sort of an environment, and here you will just only find out the base environment. So let's try to create one environment and then let's try to install the requirements and all. So first of all, guys, what you need to do, so first of all, you need to check with your requirement file. So you can see you have the entire requirement. This is the requirement. Now let me give you the specific version of the requirement, because I was working with the project, so I was facing some sort of a issue with respect to the environment and all. Sorry, with respect to this versions and all. So here is the specific version. Let me paste it over here, this one. So this is the specific version you can use along with the Python 3.8, and you won't face any such errors, right? So Bento-ML 1.0.10, 1.2.0, right? So where you will find it out, you can directly check with the Google, you can directly check with the PyPy repository. There you will get all the previous versions of the libraries, all of the different library, whether it's a Bento-ML or like this job lab or torch vision or any such library. So this entire pipeline we are going to build, right? So we are going to build by using the pytorch. So the model building and all we will be doing by using the pytorch only. So let's start here. First of all, guys, what you need to do. So here is my experiment notebook. So first of all, I will show you the raw implementation of the code and all, and then I will put it inside my pipeline. But before that, data is required. So let's try to create let's try to create a data JSON pipeline, and then I will show you the different experiment by using the transformer. So guys, everything is set now. Tell me, can we start? Tell me, guys, fast. If I can get a quick yes in the chat, so that would be great. Yes or no? Okay, great. Great, fine. So first of all, what you need to do here. So here you can see we have the all the files and folder, all the components and all. So here first create the environment and then install the requirement.txt, and then I will write the code for the data ingestion. So for creating an environment, you can use command prompt or you can use the git bash, anything is fine. So here I'm using this command prompt. The command is very simple. I think many time I have created an environment in the live class itself. So I believe you have this all the command. If you are new, guys, then you can follow to me. So here the command is going to be a very easy. Conda create hyphen p, and the environment name is vnb. Now I'm using here Python 3.8 and then hyphen yes. So see, guys, I'm able to create the environment, and then I will install the requirements over here. I hope you are doing along with me. So don't worry, I will give you the entire code as well. I will directly push to my GitHub so that you can copy from there. Now here, let me activate the environment. So for activating the environment, the command is very easy. So conda activate, and here I can uh, copy the path of the environment. So here is the path. Sorry, here is my environment. Now let me copy the path of this VENV. So I'm copying the path, and now see, guys, I have activated my environment. Now let me install the libraries over here inside this virtual environment. So the command is very easy. The command is pip install -r requirement.txt. Okay, requirement underscore dev.txt. So requirement underscore dev.txt. So this is going to be a command, and see, we are able to install all the library. So it is giving me error. Let me check what is the error here. So guys, what is the error? Okay, requirement.txt line number 18. Where is the line number 18? Okay, hyphen e. Then what is the issue? Sub process run successfully. List str. Okay, name list is not defined. So it is saying that name list is not defined. So if you will look into this setup.py file, because you know what is happening by default. So whenever we are writing this hyphen e dot now, so internally it is calling this setup.py file. So in this setup.py file, you will check. So we don't have any list, right? So we have written a list over here, but we haven't imported any list module. So we'll have to import the list module. So let me import the list module first of all. So the module name is going to be a list only, and we are going to import from the typing. So Python is having one module. The module name is what? Typing. typing typing import import list. Okay. So this is the name of the module. I think it is perfect. It is clear. Now, yeah. So from typing, what we have done, guys, tell me, we have imported the list. Now let me see, let me check, or let me run this particular command pip install -r requirement.txt, and then I will write down, I will write the code for the data ingestion. Again, it is showing me an issue. What is the issue here? Hmm, setup.py line number 22. Line number 22. Okay, so here we'll have to pass the path of this dev.txt. Fine, 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 not an issue. So, or I can copy the complete path, copy path. Where is the setup.py file? Here is a setup.py file. So let me pass the path. Okay, so here is a complete path, and now everything is perfect. So here I will have to mention the hyphen e dot also. So just a second, guys. Let me mention this hyphen e dot also, because I want to remove it now. I'm passing the installation requirement. So in this one, in this parameter, what I need to do here, I need to pass the install requirement. So from where I'm fetching this requirement, from the requirement underscore dev.txt. We are reading this path. We are passing this path. We are reading all the necessary library from there by using this code, and then we are passing in the form of list, right? In the form of list, actually we are passing over here. Manually also we can write it down here, but I have written a code for it. That's it. Now let's see it is going to work or not. I believe it should not create any such issues now. So Python, sorry, pip install. Now again it is giving me error. Let me check what is the error here. Unicode error. I think it is not able to read the path. Okay, let me put the double slash here. Double slash, double slash. Okay, double slash. Now here is also double slash, because in Windows actually generally we will face this type of issues whenever we are reading any sort of a path, right? So not an issue. So now I hope it should work. It should run. Pip install. Okay, again there is a issue. Uh, package directory set of the py modules. X-ray experiment. I think everything is perfect. Experiment. Okay, let me delete this one first of all. Just a second. I don't know why it is taking this also. Delete it. And then what I can do here, I can check that init is available. Okay, init is available here also. And here also init is available. No, init is not there. Wait, guys. So let me create the init dot py. Okay, init dot py. Now here also in the entity also I can create this init dot py because it is not there. So init underscore underscore dot py. Now here in the pipeline also I can create this init dot py. So here inside this one init underscore init dot py. What is the meaning of init? So that whenever we are running the setup dot py file, so it can identify the module, a specific module. Means whenever we are defining init only init, then only it is going to be a package. Okay, so here init I created a init. Now exception logger, everything is fine. And here in the root directory also we have the init. Let me check once we have or not. Okay, yeah, okay, now it is perfect. Let's see it is going to work or not. So pip install. Perfect, guys. So now it is working, and here you can see we are able to install all the requirements along with the local package. So this X-ray is going to be my local package. Don't worry, I will give you the entire code. If you are facing any such error or anything, you can paste inside the chat or inside the live chat. Basically, I will look into that. Okay. How many of you are doing along with me? Tell me, guys. Are you implementing along with me? Please write it on the chat so that I will get some idea that yes, people are writing. And don't worry, you will get a GitHub link. So if you are facing issues while you are writing a code or something, you can directly copy and paste from there itself. Okay. Requirement dev is not there in the GitHub. I think it is there. See, so in the GitHub itself, you will find out it. Requirement dev. This one. Please provide the library version. Yes, I'm committing the code. Just allow me a minute. So let me like install all the library, and then I will commit the code after writing few more lines. Don't worry. It might take some time because this is a really huge one, the libraries and all. Torch is a huge library. It takes some time actually whenever we are installing it in a local and all. So yeah, let it install and then we'll proceed. Great, Ravi. Ravi is saying, sir, yes, I am coding along with you. It's very good. What is Bento ML? I will come to that. I will explain you once I will implement it. Okay, don't worry. Okay, still it is installing the libraries. Mhm. Can you give me a quick recap? I joined late. So here we are. I have cloned my project, the project structure which I created yesterday, and today we are implementing our data pipeline. So we'll keep the data to the GitHub. We'll write the entire code in our different components, mainly in the data ingestion component, and then we'll fetch the data from there. Got it? I got one extra file while running the requirement.txt, then folder. Yes, this folder itself actually it is having the entire information related to the package, related to this local package. This X-ray actually, what is this? Tell me. It's a local package. Okay, this one. So this ag info file, this dot ag hyphen info file, it's having the entire information, entire meta information related to this package. So whenever you will run this command na, pip install hyphen r, and if you have mentioned this hyphen e dot inside your requirement.txt, then you will get this extra file. What is the meaning of it? Tell me. By using this setup.py file, you are creating a local package. You are installing the local package into your current virtual environment. Let me show you. So see guys, I have installed all the requirements over here inside the current virtual environment. Now if you want to check what all libraries you have installed here, so there is very simple command. I hope you are able to see it. Otherwise, let me do one thing. First, let me write down the command and then you will get it. So pip list. Now see guys, once I will write down this pip list here, I have written pip list. Now see, this is going to be my package, this one. See user Sunny deep learning. At this location, I have this X-ray package, this one. So these are all the libraries which I have installed inside the current virtual environment. I believe guys, everyone is able to do it. Now let's start with the coding. So first of all, guys, what I can do here. So let me clear this screen. And now guys, here let's start with the component itself. So first I'm going to start with this cloud storage. So here actually we are going to use the S3. So if you don't have account on your AWS, so please try to create an account on your AWS. You can sign up and then you can add on your credit or debit card, and then you can log into the AWS. Okay, because in this particular session I'm going to use the AWS S3. So here in the S3, actually, I have to write it down some sort of a code. and then I will write it down inside this component, mainly inside this data ingestion component. Okay. So first, guys, what I'm assuming here, what I am assuming that, let me tell you the scenario so that you will get a clear cut idea. Where is my pen? Here. So if we are talking about the data ingestion, so data actually it might be anywhere. So let's say we are assuming that my data is available over the AWS. So we are implementing one deep learning related project, and my data actually it is available over the AWS S3, and from here actually we have to fetch the data from this AWS only. We have to fetch the data. So let's say here my data which is available, and this data actually it's a image data, it's a image data. Now we are fetching this data for what? Tell me. For creating a model, for doing an analysis, for like doing a pre-processing and all. And after that, what we will do, we'll create a like a model on top of it, right? So we are going to fetching from here to our local one. So here, let's say this is going to be my local, and here how we are doing it. So we'll write a Python script. We'll write a Python script. Okay, we'll configure the AWS here on the local itself by using what? Tell me, by using the AWS CLI. So we'll install the AWS CLI. What is the CLI? Tell me. So CLI means nothing. CLI means command line interface. So by using this command line interface, I will configure the AWS, and then I will fetch the data. So I will pass my credential here, like access key and access ID, so that I will be able to configure the like all the credential over here in my local, and after that I will fetch the data from this S3. Okay. So this is going to be my entire scenario. Now I have to code for it. So let's try to start. Let's try to write a code, and yes, you can do along with me. So first of all, guys, what I can do, I can give you this entire like requirements and all. So whatever whatever changes I have made over here and related to the version and all, so that you will be able to install this requirement.txt inside your current virtual environment. So just wait. I'm giving you that. First of all, let me check that whether it is connected with the GitHub or not. So for that, there is a very simple command: git remote hyphen b. So see, guys, my like git my repository, actually this local repository, it is already connected with the GitHub. Now here what I will do, so here first I will add all the things. So git add dot, and then I will commit the changes. So git commit hyphen m, and here I can write my message. So requirement updated. Now see, guys, I have committed each and everything here. Now let me give it to you. So first okay, I think it is already in the main branch. Now see here, you can see it is in the main branch itself. See, right, left hand side, left bottom hand side. Okay. Now directly I can push the changes. So git push hyphen m origin main. So see, guys, we are able to push the changes. So first of all, it will ask you the sign in. Now yeah, so it is fine. So guys, please try to copy all the changes, all the changes basically which I made in my project from the GitHub only. So please try to check with your requirement.txt, requirement underscore dev.txt. So you will find out all the updated version over here. Got it, guys? Yes or no? Tell me. Tell me, guys, did you get it? Please give me a quick confirmation if you got it. Then I'm giving you 1 minute of time so that everyone can copy, everyone can like fetch the changes from here. Okay, and then we'll start with the coding. If you can give me a quick confirmation in the chat, so that would be great. Got it, guys? Are you using gRPC for this project? No, we are not going to use gRPC. Okay, so yeah, we are not going to use for this project. What is the problem you are going to solve here? So we are going to create an end-to-end deep learning project. So it is like it's a like complete course for the 2 week, for the next 2 week. And in today's session, I already took one session for the project setup and all. In today's session, we are going to implement our data ingestion pipeline. Then tomorrow, pre-processing and all, model building and all, and then finally deployment. I hope guys you are able to do it. Now let's start with the further thing. So first of all, if you will go and check with the component, so here you will find out the different component. Let me close all the files over here and let me open this S3 and this data ingestion. So this two thing is required as of now. Few more thing which I will include in this particular architecture, because here the architecture, the folder architecture, I will keep a little extensive. So in the previous project, in my machine learning project, I kept little smaller, so I didn't do that. I didn't perform too much segregation and all, but here I will do that. So I will keep the variable at the single place, right? I will create a different type of entities, right, for the configuration one and for the artifact another one. And yeah, whatever I will do, you will get it over here itself. Now the next thing, I'm going to write down the code for the S3 operation. So here is the very simple code. So okay, let me write it down in front of you only. So first I'm writing here, I'm importing operating system OS. Then here I'm importing sys module sys, right? And then I'm importing X-ray, because in this X-ray itself I have all the I have all the files and folders. And from here I'm importing this exception and this logger. So in this X-ray itself, you will find out that I have the exception file and the logger file. Now, why we use this exception? Why we use this logger? I will come to that. I think in every project we are using a similar architecture with a little bit here and there. So don't worry. Again, I will try to explain you. Again, I will give you the quick recap of this exception and this logger. Now we have this OS, we have this sys module. Now from here, from the exception, I am going to import this X-ray exception. Okay, so here is what, here is a exception. Now import which file, X-ray, sorry, which class. So the class name is going to be X-ray exception. Okay, so this is my class name. Now first of all, I will have to define this class inside where, inside my exception file. So I already done a code for this one, and I took it from my previous project itself, but don't worry, I will explain you the same thing. Now let me copy and paste the code. So here is the code guys, this one for the exception. Now guys, here we have the class. The class name is what, X-ray exception. And inside this exception, I written all the thing, all the configuration and all related to the exception. I will come to that, just wait. First of all, let me write few more things, and then I will try to explain this exception and the logger, right? Now here you can see, so we have imported this X-ray exception. Now why it is giving me issue, let me check the class name. So this is the class name. So we are going to copy it and we are going to paste it over here. So okay, from import, from here I have to write from, and then okay, it is perfect now. So let me check it is perfect or not. Yes guys, so it is perfect. You can cross check also. So you can run this particular file S3 operation and you can check that it is working or not. So here itself on your terminal along with the code and all, so you can check. So whenever you are writing any sort of a code, right, any small snippet, so along with the like writing, you can parallelly check as well. So let me run this file S3 operation and let's see it is working or not. So first try to copy the path, relative path, and then write here Python is the interpreter here, this one you can see, and then paste your path, this one. Okay, so once you will do that, now here you can see each and everything is working fine, means we are able to import this exception class from our exception file. I hope this thing is clear. Now don't worry, I will give you this code. And here guys, after that, what I'm going to do, so here I'm going to create two classes in this in this S3 operation. I'm going to create a class, only one class basically. The class name is going to be S3 operation. So here the class name is going to be S3 S3, okay, operations operation. So this is my class name. Now here I will create different method, different methods. So the first method is going to be sync folder to S3. So I'm going to sync my folder, sync underscore folder, okay, sync underscore folder to S3. Now the second one actually, so here it's not going to return anything, so I can simply write it down here, this none. So just a second. Here simply I can write none basically. Just a wait. Yeah. So no. Wait, guys. I think yeah, perfect. So here I can write this none, and then I can pass the colon. Okay. So then basically I will write each and everything inside this try and accept block. So inside try, so here is what? Here is my pass. Now here is accept. So then we have the exception actually. So inside this accept, so I will call my exception, the exception class which I've imported. Okay. Now here let me write it on the exception as E, and then what I'm doing here, I'm going to raise my exception. So what is my exception name? My exception name X-ray exception, and here we are passing this E means nothing, it's a message, the message basically by default message which we are getting, and this is nothing here, and system is what? System for collecting a information from the execution. Okay, so see guys, I have written this try and accept over here. Now I will create one more method over here, and don't worry, I will write down all the functionality inside this method, that what all thing is required for connecting with the S3, with Amazon S3. Now here the second method, the second name is going to be def sync folder from S3. So first is sync folder to S3, and second is sync folder from S3, right? So uploading and downloading, both thing we can do from here itself. Now the second folder name is going to be sync underscore folder to S3, right? To S3. Now here actually I will have to pass some sort of a parameter. So wait, I will do that. Now next thing what you need to do. So here you can mention this none, but means it is not going to return. It's not going to return anything. So you can simply mention this none. Then put the colon, and after that you can again create try and accept log, and inside this try actually you can mention your code. So in the try actually as of now I'm just writing pass, and then accept, okay, accept exception as E. Now here I'm going to raise my exception, so raise X-ray exception, and where I'm passing my message, and this is module. So see guys, the skeleton is clear. I think this skeleton is clear to all of you. I did nothing, I just created two methods inside my S3 operation. Now I will write the code over here inside my try block. Got it guys? So this is clear to all of you. This is clear. Are you able to understand it? Are you able to get it? Tell me. This skeleton is clear. Now let's try to do the same thing here inside the data ingestion also. So let's try to create a skeleton inside the data ingestion, and then I will put the code here inside the data ingestion as well. So let's start now. So let's start with the data ingestion. I hope guys you are getting, and I believe that you have a basic understanding of the Python, at least how to create a class, what is the meaning of exception handling and all. Okay, how to like write the try and accept. If you don't know about it, so you can follow our different tutorial, which is like available over the YouTube channel itself, and it is completely free as well. So here on iNeuron Hindi, basically we have started one dedicated Python series. Let me show you that. So iNeuron Tech Hindi. So here at this particular channel, guys, you will find out the series, right? Complete a series related to the Python in a live class as well as in a recorded mode as well. So this like he's a mentor, is a great mentor, Prince Katia. So he's taking an entire session in a live class as well as in a recorded mode. So you can complete your basic of the Python. You can cover from here itself. And here we are providing like really amazing content, and along with the code and all everything. Now we have started one more series on our iNeuron platform. The series name is DSA. Okay, DSA with Python. Now let me show you that also. So if you are interested to like learn the DSA and all, so you can learn from Puneet. So he is also one of the mentor. Now let me show you that. See guys. So in the live section itself, you will find out entire session. Now we have created a dedicated playlist also. So let me close it first of all, and see here is the live playlist where basically we are going to cover the entire DSA along with the Python. Got it? Now I hope this thing is clear. And one more thing, uh, in today's class we are going to use the AWS, but I'm not going to teach you the complete AWS. So yes, for the AWS also you will find out the complete playlist. So Vikas Actually, he's started one playlist on top of the AWS. And yesterday was the first session of the AWS where we have given you the complete end-to-end introduction of the AWS. That what is the AWS, what is a server, client, right? So system, network, each and everything we try to explain you over here, so that your fundamental will be strong. And then soon we'll come up with more hands-on sessions. So yeah, today also we have a session. So today we'll try to understand what is a AWS global infrastructure and console tour and all. Everything we'll try to see over here, so that your cloud fundamental also will be clear. And one more thing, guys, see, the cloud is very very important for any type of development, whether you are doing development any related to any AI or related AI project, or whether you are working in a core development part, core development project. So for whatever, this cloud is very important. Got it? So you can cover your clouds and all, Python, everything from here itself. So coming back to the topic now. So now, guys, let's try to understand the data ingestion, and then I will give you the code. Means I will give you this skeleton, and then we'll do the final coding and all, right, related to each and every component. So here in the data ingestion, guys, we required some sort of a import. So first, let me do it. Okay, let me copy and paste. I think it's going to be a little simple. So here I already written this import statement. Now, guys, just forget about this constant. I will come to this one. Now the first import is nothing. It's a system itself. Now the second is what? S3 operation. Okay. The third one is what? Data ingestion artifact. The fourth one is data ingestion config, and the next one is X-ray exception, and here is logging, right? So there are different import statement. Don't worry if you are not able to get it, I will explain you. And here let me write it down the class as well. So here my class name is going to be data ingestion itself. So class name is what? Data ingestion. Now what I will do here, so inside the data ingestion class I will create a different method. So the first method is going to be a init method. So here let me create the init method. Then here I can pass the, here I can write the pass. Now the second method is going to be get data from S3. From where we want to get the data, from where we want to ingest the data. We want to ingest the data from the S3 only, right? So here let me write it down, the get data from the S3. So get underscore data from underscore S3. So we are going to fetch the data from the S3. Now what I will do here, so I will write self, and now I will keep everything in my try and except block, so that if I will get any exception I can track it. So everything I'm going to pass inside this try and except block. So try and except exception. Okay, except exception as E. So here I'm going to raise my custom exception, which I have written. So my custom exception class is X-ray exception, and here is E and sys. E means what? E means a message which I'm getting. Sys means what? So sys means system module. With that, I'm tracing the entire exception. Okay. So I hope this thing is clear. This method is fine. Now I'm going to create one more method over here inside this data ingestion. So the next method is going to be initiate data ingestion, right? So the next method is going to be df initiate, again, initiate underscore data underscore ingestion. So gestion. Now initiate data ingestion. Now here is self, and here also I am going to define couple of things. So the first thing is what? The same only, try and accept block. So try, and here is pass, here is accept exception as E. Then I'm going to raise my exception, that is X-ray exception. So perfect, guys. I hope this thing is clear to all of you. You are able to understand this complete skeleton and all. So first we have created for the S3, for the S3 operations. Still I didn't written a code, so don't worry, I will write it down that. Now here, here basically I have written a skeleton for the data ingestion. So tell me, till here everything is clear, everything is perfect. Tell me, are you getting it? Is it going well or not? I think it's not that much difficult if you have little understanding of the Python and all. So if you have implemented at least one or two project throughout your learning, so definitely you can understand this code. Tell me guys fast. I'm giving you 1 minute of time and let me push the code and type changes to the GitHub also so that you can copy and paste. Because after that like the process is going to be a little complex. So don't worry, I will make it easy. But yeah, we'll have to do a lots of configuration now. So yeah, I will show you that part. First of all, let me give you this entire code. So from here, I'm going to exit now, and what I will do, I will push the code first. Let me add it. So here I have added it, and now let me commit it. So git commit -m and code skeleton updated. Now let me push it. So git push -u origin main. So fine guys, I push the changes to my GitHub. Now you can copy from there itself here. So once you will refresh it, you will get the entire changes here. Let me show you where is the changes. So just go and check with this X-ray folder, and here itself you will find out the components. Inside the component, see the ingestion code, and inside the cloud storage, you will find out the S3 related code. This one. Clear guys? Tell me yes or no. Have you copied from here? Have you copied the changes? Great. So can I get quick yes or no in the chat if you have copied the changes and all? I think some of you following to me. So please do confirm if everything is fine so far. Okay, great. So let's start with the further coding now. So here you can see we have two things. First is S3 operations, and the second is what? The second is data ingestion. So here let me create few more things inside the X-ray folder itself. Now what I can do? So there is a mistake inside this S3 operation. What is the mistake? Mm, okay, I will check if I will get any sort of a mistake. Then I will try to fix it. Now, here what I can do, guys. So inside this folder itself, inside the X-ray only, we are going to create few more folder now. So the first folder which I'm going to create over here inside the X-ray, that's going to be a constant, right? So where I will keep my all the variables and all. So here the next folder which I'm going to create over here, constant. Okay. Now inside this constant, actually, let me create one IPY, sorry, one init file as well. So here is what? Here is my init underscore dot py. Now what I will do here, so inside the constant, actually I will create one more file. So the file name is going to be a training underscore pipeline. So related to the training pipeline, whatever a variable is there, whatever variable is there, I will keep it here inside my training underscore pipeline dot training underscore file. Okay, training underscore training underscore pipeline file. Okay. So what I'm doing here, so okay, so what I'm going to do, just wait. We have a constant folder. Inside the constant folder, let me create one more folder. So the idea will be more clear to you, and we can do the more segregation over here. Got it? Now here I'm going to create one more folder. The folder name is going to be a training, training, training underscore pipeline. So I have one folder, this training underscore pipeline. And similarly to this one, I will create one more that is going to be a prediction underscore or testing underscore pipeline. So inside this training pipeline also, I'm going to create one init file, init init underscore dot py. Got it? Now here in this init underscore dot py, in this init underscore dot py, I will keep my all the I will keep my all the variables. Okay, here itself related to the training pipeline. So whenever you are going to import this folder, na, so automatically this init file will trigger, and you will be able to get all the variable on the fly. Okay, itself. So let me show you how you will be able to do that. So first of all, let me mention all the variable. So the first thing basically which I am going to write it down here, that's going to be a date type. So I will come to each and everything that why I'm writing this, that. First of all, let me clear it. So here it is going to be a date type. Then from here I'm going to import date type itself. So from date time, import date type. Now the second thing what I'm doing here, from list, okay, from typing I'm going to import list. So this is the next thing. So here I have imported two things. First is a date time, and the second is what? Second is a list. Now here I'm going to import one more thing. So the thing is going to be a torch, right? I will come to that why it is required. Actually, for the data ingestion, it is not required. But yeah, for the further module, okay, for the further module like training and pre-processing, for those module it is required. So this torch, and I will keep all the variable here itself inside this init file. So whenever I will import this training.pipeline, training underscore pipeline, from this constant, I will be able to get all the variable, all the required variable from here itself. Got it? I hope it is getting clear. Now the next thing is what? So here I want the time stamp. Now let me create one variable, time stamp. I will come to that why it is required. Each and everything I will try to show you. Now here, what is the type of it? So the type is nothing. The type is date time only. Then what we are going to do here, we are going to call this date time now, date time dot now, and here strf time. So strf time, strf time, and here I am going to write down the format, the complete format. So just a wait. Let me copy and paste this particular format. So here is my complete format of the timestamp. So in this particular format, I will get my timestamp, month, day, time. So month, sorry, month, day, year, and then hour, minute, and second. Okay, so here basically I am collected my timestamp. So wherever the timestamp will be required, I will simply import from here. And where I have to import it, I will show you that. Just wait. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create few more thing here. So the next thing I'm going to create over here, that is going to be an artifact directory. So where my artifact will be stored. So here I'm going to store my artifact inside the local itself. As of now, I'm going to store in the local only. So let me create the artifact directory. So artifact fsct, and here is dir. Now the type of the artifact directory is nothing. It's going to be a string only. So simply I can write here is string, and then here will be my directory name. So artifact. So here basically I will collect my all the artifact inside this directory. Got it? Now the next is going to be a s3. So bucket name actually. So bucket underscore name. So what will be my bucket name? So again, it's going to be a type of str. So I can mention the type. So it is nothing, it's a data type. So what will be the type of this variable? Okay, what will be the data type of this variable? So the data type of this variable will be a string only. So here that's why I'm writing this colon string. And it's a best practice so that we can identify just seeing to the variable. Okay, just watching to the variable. Okay, we can easily identify that to which data type it belongs. So yes, in Python, after Python 3.6, you can do that. You can write it down that thing inside the like a variable inside the function as well, the return type actually, or the type of the variable. So yes, I hope it is clear, the bucket name. Now let me mention the bucket name. With the same name actually, I'm going to create my bucket. So here my bucket name is going to be, let's say, x-ray lung image. Okay, something like this. So this is going to be my bucket name. Now the next thing what I'm going to do here, so here I'm going to create the s3 underscore data underscore folder, right? S3 underscore data underscore folder, and again the type is going to be str, and here I will keep it inside the data folder, right? So S3 data folder. So S3 data folder means I will come to that once I will create the bucket and all. So this is going to be my bucket, and this is the folder name. Now here I have a class label. So let me mention the class label also regarding the data, and don't worry, I will show you the data. right after this one, don't worry. So here is going to be my class label 1, and here the type of it is nothing str. Now let me mention the first name. So first type of the class normal, and here let me mention the next second label of the class, that's going to be a pneumonia, right? Because we have to identify that whether the person is having pneumonia or not by seeing the x-ray images. Now where you can get the data, so let me give you the data as well. Let me show you the data first of all, and then at the later on I will share this data with all of you. So here guys, I already downloaded the data. Now I already keep the data here inside my system. I already downloaded it. Now first of all, let me show you the training data. So we have two classes actually. So inside this training data, see, inside this training data actually you have three folder: train, test, and validation. Train, test, and validation. So this data set actually is very huge. So I'm just using this like a small data. I already created a zip of it, this data.zip, and I will use this particular data only. Here I've kept the like a small number of images. But first of all, let me show you the data, how the data looks like. So I'm opening the strain folder, and inside the strain folder, you have this two folder. First is pneumonia, and the second is what? The second is normal. So this is the normal images where the person is not having the pneumonia. Okay, this is the chest X-rays, and by seeing this chest X-ray, we have to identify that a person is having pneumonia or not. We as a human we can do that. It is easy for me. It is easy for you, right? It is not easy for me and you, but it is easy for the doctor. But how we can do it? By using the AI. So here we are using the deep learning technique. Here we are using CV based technique, computer vision technique, and we are using the CNN architecture, which is dedicatedly work on the images data set, where we can process this data by using the CNN. We can train our a model, and then we can identify at the end. So here this is a simple image classification problem, but we can solve any sort of a problem like detection, okay, segmentation, or any vision related problem. It is possible by using the different CNN based architecture. Okay, so here guys we have these images. Now let me show you a couple of more images so that you will get clear cut idea. So this is the data. Now if I will show you the other images, so see guys, this is the images, and here this images is related to the normal person, where the person is not having any sort of a disease. Okay, now let me show you the other images, the other classes basically. So the person is having pneumonia. So here this image is having something different thing. Now here you will find out some changes in the lungs itself. So this part is not going to be captured, but in the normal images you will find out this both is going to be captured. So this type of pattern you will get inside this pneumonia affected person. So pneumonia is kind of like a disease, right? So which is related to this lungs. And yes, so see guys, it is like little blurry, means here we have some sort of a cough and all. Okay, so inside this like a lungs, and that's why it is not able to capture this x-ray machine is not able to capture it, and this part is not going to be captured. This one easily you can see, easily you can identify. Now we have to train one AI based model so that it can identify whether the person is having pneumonia or not. So by using the deep learning technique, definitely we can solve this challenge, definitely we can solve this problem. Now let's start, let's see how we can do it. So I hope you are clear with the data, and if you will look into the data, so this data is very huge. Simply you can get it this data from the Google itself. So let me search over the Google, and you will get many links. So here over the Google, basically I'm going to search X-ray images deep learning, X-ray images data set. So simply you will search this X-ray image data set. So you will get the data from the Kaggle or from the different like a website and all. And even you will find out other even you will find out the other like a GitHub and all, right? So you from here basically you can download the data, the main source of the data from the Kaggle only. So you can download this data from the Kaggle. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear from where you will get the data, and basically how the data looks like. So this is the data guys, where you can see where we have our images, and if you will count the images, so I think more than 3000 images we have. Left hand side you can see, so left what sorry, my right bottom hand side you can see the number of the images, 3876. So this is the number of image which we have inside the training itself with regarding one class. So around 7,000 images we have. So it is going to be a little huge data. So that's why what I did, I use this test data where we have a small number of images. I'm going to use this particular data for my training, and I'm going to keep it to my S3 also, because S3 is going to be a it will charge you, right? And I will, don't worry, I will give you the cost breakdown and all, whatever services we are going to use over the AWS, or whether it's S3 or ECR, EC2, or any sort of a service. I will give you the cost breakdown of each and every service, and I will point out the question as well. And if you will go in an interview, then what type of question they might ask you, right? So each and everything we'll try to discuss over here itself. So data is clear. Now let's try to write the code. So here is the variable, guys, and here is the classes and all. Now where the data will be available inside the data folder, and this is the name of the bucket. So we have defined our all the variable related to this training pipeline inside this constant. So constant means nothing; it's a variable, uh, variable which is going to be used, which is being used throughout the process. Throughout the process means training process and the prediction process. So here I define related to the training process. Now this thing is clear. Now the other thing is nothing, entity. So here we have two type of entity. The first is called artifact entity, and the second is called config entity, right? So here you can see this one. Now let me talk about this artifact and this config entity. So first let me talk about this config entity. So here we are going to configure our component. So what is my component? My component name is data ingestion. So let me write down the code, and then I will give you the like clear cut explanation of this config entity, that what is it, and like what is the role of it while we are defining the component. Okay, so here is a code, the simple code related to this config entity. Now first of all, guys, what I can do, I can import some sort of a statement. Now I'm going to import the OS over here, OS. Now here from data class, from data class, what I'm going to do, so from data class I am going to import the data class. I hope you know about the data class. In my other project also I have used the same thing, same class, for writing the configuration and all. Okay, now from torch actually we are going to import the device, right? We are going to import the device. Then what we are going to do here, so next thing is device, and here the next thing we are going to import something. So from x-ray, from x-ray. Okay, x-ray is what? X-ray is nothing, it's my folder name. Then from the constant, right? From the training pipeline, so training pipeline, we are going to import everything, right? So whenever this I am running this particular line now, so I will be able to access all the variable from this, from where, from this training pipeline. Okay, inside this training pipeline already I have defined this init. So when this init is going to be called, tell me. The init is a first method. Whenever we create a class, and inside the class actually, the init is going to be a very first method, as you know, right? So init is called constructor as well. So whenever we are going to create an object, whenever we are going to create an object of the class, so as soon as we create an object, the the init is going to be called. Init is a first method. Similarly, if we are going to import now, here see, this is my folder. Inside the folder I have created the init file. So as soon as I'm going to import this folder now, this training pipeline folder, so automatically this init file will be called. So whatever I've defined inside the init file now, so I will be able to access all those code. So generally we define the import statement over here. Generally we define the variables and all. So here you can see I define the variables, and whenever I'm going to run this particular import statement now, so automatically I will be able to fetch all the, tell me, I will be able to fetch all the variable name. So here a star means what? All the variable name. I can mention any specific name as well. So that is up to me. Now what I'm doing here, so first let me define the data class here. So here is what? Here is a data class. Now I'm going to create a class, and that's going to be my data class, and the class name is what? Data ingestion, data ingestion config. Okay, data ingestion config is going to be my class. Now here inside the data ingestion config, I'm going to create one method. The method name is init itself. So here this is going to be my constructor. Whenever I will create an object of this data ingestion class, automatically I will be able to call this init method. Now let me create few variables over here. So the first variable is going to be s3. Okay, s3 data, s3 data folder, right? S3 data underscore folder. Now it's going to be str. So yes, I have already defined inside this constant one basically. So let me create over here s3 data folder. Sorry, let me write down the s3 data folder. Now the next variable is going to be self s3, bucket name actually. So here is going to be a bucket underscore name. Bucket underscore name is equal to, sorry, first let me write down this str. Now here is equal to bucket name. So this is my next thing. Now the third thing is going to be artifact directory, where I will keep my all the artifact. So self dot artifact, okay, artifact underscore dir, and here it's going to be str is equal to os dot path dot join. So inside this artifact directory, basically what I will do, so here is my artifact directory, arti, okay, artifact directory, and here I will import, here I will write this timestamp also. So artifact directory, along inside that one more folder will be the timestamp. So according to the timestamp, we are going to collect all the artifact, right? I will explain you this artifact and all, don't worry. If you have seen my previous project, definitely I have shown you that, but if you haven't seen, don't worry, I will again come to that. First let me write down the entire code. So a timestamp is going to be there. Now the next thing is what? Next thing is going to be a data path. So from where we'll collect the data actually. So data underscore path is equal to, so here actually we have the str. So the type of it actually is nothing besides str itself. So os dot path dot join, and here what I will do, so here I will write this self artifact directory. So self, okay, just a second, automatically it is taking it, just a wait. So it's going to be a self dot artifact directory, and here I will write this data underscore ingestion, data underscore ingestion, and here guys what I will do, I will keep this folder as well. So my folder name is going to be self dot s3 underscore data underscore folder. So here is what, here is my folder, and there my data will be available right here. And see, I have defined the variable name over here, and this is going to be my this is going to be my variable. I will show you that where we are using it. Actually we are configuring the component, data ingestion component. So I hope this data ingestion is fine. Now two more things basically we have over here. The first is training path and the second is test path, right? So we are going to convert the data into training and test. So yes, here is my training path, here is a test path. So both type of data I have, sorry, both path I have written over here, train path and the test path, right? So this is what, this is the configuration, this is the configuration. Now let me mention the artifact also. So here in the artifact, what is the meaning of artifact? So the output which we are getting from the component itself. So one is configuration of the component and the second is output of the component, right? So here what I'm going to do, here I'm going to write the artifact, means whatever output I will get now from the component itself, I will keep it inside the artifact folder. Okay, so let me mention over here, let me write it down, the artifact, complete artifact. So again I'm mentioning here data class. So from data class, okay, from data class I'm going to import the data class only. Now what I'm doing here, so from torch, right? So from torch dot here is nothing, here is a utils, and from this utils actually we have this data and this data loader. So I have to define this utils also, don't worry, I will define it just now. So data loader is here, data loader. So torch dot utils dot data loader, and here is what, data loader, and we have this data class. Now what I will do, so first let me import this data class over here, and here guys what I will do now, so it's going to be a data class, yeah, data class. Now here I am going to create my class. The class name is going to be data ingestion, okay, data ingestion artifact. So this is my class guys, data ingestion artifact. Now here inside this one I am going to define two variables. So first is train, okay, train underscore file underscore path. So train underscore file underscore path, so the type is going to be str, and here is what, test underscore file underscore path, and the path is going to be str only, means this is the type of the path. So we'll be getting two things from here. One, I will first thing I will get, that is train path, train file, and the second thing which is going to be a test file, right? So test file path. So I hope this thing is clear to all of you. What is that artifact quantity and what is a like a config entity. Now I will come to that and I will try to explain you this both thing in a after writing each and everything. Means few more thing is remaining over here. So entity is clear, constant is clear, and now coming to the pipeline. So inside the pipeline, actually, if you will look into the pipeline, so I don't have anything over here. So what is a pipeline? So pipeline is nothing, it's a collection of the component. Okay. So here what I can do, I can write the code inside the pipeline also, and then I will give you the final explanation before starting with the S3. Now, the first thing here, first I have to import few statement. So import ss, okay, system as well as. Now here what I'm going to do, now I'm going to import few more thing. So here I'm going to import this data ingestion artifact, data ingestion config, exception and login. So this is the module which I have imported, whichever I have imported over here. I think you can see all the modules. Now guys, what I'm doing here, so the next thing, I'm going to create a class. The class name is going to be a train pipeline, train underscore pipeline. Okay, train pipeline, pypline. Now the next thing is going to be, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a method. The method name is going to be init. Okay, init method. So init self. Now here what I will do, so this is going to myself. Now I will write something over here. The first thing what I will do, I will create an object of the data ingestion config so that I can get all the configuration of the component, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a self, okay, self dot data ingestion config, data ingestion underscore config. Okay. Now equal to, now here what I will do, here I am writing data ingestion config, right? This one. And here is what? Here is the object. Now the second thing, what I'm doing here, so here I'm saying that it is going to be start. Now I will start the data ingestion after configure the all the like variables and all. So here is the config. Once I will run it, my all the variable will be activated. Whatever variable basically I define in the constant, and the I have assigned to the I have assigned it over here now. You can see inside this config one, this one. So it will be activated, means I have assigned the value. Now I can utilize it anywhere. So where I'm going to utilize it, I will show you that. Just wait. Now here is what, now after this one, I will start the data ingestion. So dev start underscore data and underscore ingestion. So start data ingestion, and the spelling is wrong. Data ingestion spelling is wrong. Let me correct the spelling over here, and then what I will do, so here I am writing self. And now what is the return type of this data ingestion? So this data ingestion actually is going to return the artifact. So here let me write it down, the data ingestion artifact. So this is nothing, this is the return type of it, return type of the data ingestion, okay, of this particular class. I will come to this one where I have defined this thing. Start data ingestion, I think you know now, right? In the skeleton, I've created it. See this one, get data from here. See, initiate data ingestion. Okay, it's a start data ingestion. Let me check the name. What is the name of the method here? Get data ingestion is here. Get data from, right? Initiate data ingestion. Get data from. Okay, I think it's a initiate data ingestion. Data ingestion, X-ray component, data ingestion. Let me check once. What is the name? The exact name here. Start, guys. Start. Data ingestion and initiate data ingestion. So here the method name is training pipeline. Okay, it is fine, guys. It is fine. So here the method name is going to be a start data ingestion only because it's the method of this training pipeline. Because I was confusing that whether I define the same name or not here itself inside this data ingestion module, right? So here actually the name is different. The name is what? The name is initiate data ingestion. So later on actually it's going to be conflict. So that's why I was worried. So yes, it is fine. Now what I'm going to do here. So this is what, this is my training pipeline. Now inside this one, I'm going to write down the code related to the training and all. So here itself, I will start my training. So let me show you the code. Basically, I already kept it over here so that easily you will be getting it. And this code is going to be a very easy, very simple. Nothing is there. Once I will explain you, you will be getting each and everything, right? So start data ingestion. So here I will call this method start data ingestion. This is my method name, start data ingestion. Okay, and then here is a class of the data ingestion, and then here we are going to initiate the data ingestion, and we are getting or we are collecting the artifact over here in this particular variable. So I hope this thing is clear. Training is clear, constant is clear, entity is clear, data ingestion is clear, cloud storage is also clear. Now we have to just configure the AWS, and then I will show you that how you can ingest the data. So let's start, guys. And first of all, I can give you this particular code, and I can explain you this thing also, that what I'm doing over here, so that you will get the clear cut idea. I know it's like a little overwhelming, but don't worry. Once I will explain you this thing, definitely you will be getting it. So let me push the code. So here the code is git add dot and git commit hyphen m, and here what I can do, I can write training config updated. Now here let me push the changes. So git push origin main. Yes guys, so I push the code. Now you can get it from my GitHub only. So tell me guys, did you get it? Yes or no? Please give me a quick confirmation and I can take the doubts and all. What about the data privacy in S3, about the raw data? I will talk about it, okay? Don't worry, just like a wait. So first of all, let me show you the complete process and then we'll talk about on this like basically data security and all. Okay, it's a generic model code that we are deploying the real-time use cases in our companies. So here I'm going to show you the entire infrastructure. So you can use any sort of a model like other model as well, the pre-trained model, but here you can create this as a production grade also. But you will have to keep in your mind that the model should be a very good with all the correct hyperparameter and with the specific or with the optimized number of layer. So that thing also I will show you, but we won't waste like too much time over here to setting up the like layer number of layer and the parameter and all. Instead of that, basically I will show you the complete infrastructure from development to deployment. And then if you have idea of the hyperparameter tuning and all, if you have idea that how we can set the different number of layers, okay, different number of filters, max pooling, min pooling, this that, right? So you can do that thing. You can create a better and the best to best model. Got it? Okay, so yes, Dasaraju, don't worry. I will check that. If I have written something wrong, then definitely I will try to clarify that. I will try to like check it. Okay, don't worry. Because once I will run it, definitely, if I've written something wrong, I will get an error. But guys, please try to copy the code from here. I have pasted inside my GitHub. So I've already pushed. You can check inside the entity. Actually, I defined this data ingestion entity and this config entity. See, this is the entire code. Now, if you will look into the training pipeline, so here in the training pipeline also, I have written the code for the data ingestion component. I hope till here everything is clear, everything is fine. So let me give you some idea here. Here itself over the blackboard, I can explain you. Now, just a second. Okay, so guys, here I was talking about the training pipeline. So let's start from here from the training pipeline. So I hope it is visible. Training. Uh, Training. Okay, the spelling is not correct. TRAINING. Training underscore pipeline. So here we are talking about the training pipeline. Now inside the training pipeline, actually we have lots of component. Now what is the meaning of pipeline? I think you know, right? So it's nothing, it's a collection of the component. So we have lots of component here. The first component is data ingestion component. Okay, now we have other component also. So let me connect all the component. We have data transformation. So here is data transformation. Now we have other component also. So we have like model training. So here is what, here is nothing, here is a model training. So model training, and then we have the evaluation. Okay, then we have one more component that is called evaluation, model evaluation. So we have different components. I think you know about it. Now see guys, we have model evaluation, model training and all. So here related to this particular component. Let's say we are talking about the data ingestion, the very first component that is a data ingestion itself. So here is a two factor, or here is a two part of it, right? So the first part of this data ingestion is called configuration of the data ingestion, right? Where we are going to configure each and everything, configuration. So we have written one config entity, and then there is a output, okay, output which will be passing to the transformation. So here the output is nothing, which is called the artifact. Okay, artifact. Now, what is the output? Which output I will get from the data ingestion? Tell me. So simply I can say from the data ingestion, I will get the training data and the testing data. So simply I can say here, I will get the training data and the testing data, which is going to be an input for the next component. Which is going to be an input for what, guys? Tell me. For the next component, the next component is nothing, transformation. So here I have written a short name. So data ingestion, transformation, training, and evaluation. So similarly for this for component also, I will write the configuration, and here I will pass this to my next one. Whatever output I will get from here, I will pass to the next component. That's going to be artifact. So this pipeline is working like this only. Okay, this pipeline is working like this. Now apart from this one, you will find out other thing as well. So other different things. So we have defined different folders, sorry, different files basically. So we have defined the logger file. Okay, we have defined the exception file for handling the exception and all. We have defined the constant file. Why we are using this constant file, sorry, constant folder? We are using this constant folder. Okay, we are using this constant folder for keeping all the variable inside the data or inside the pipeline. So throughout the training pipeline or throughout the prediction pipeline, for both pipeline. So we have this logger folder, we have this exception, sorry, file or folder, anything you can say. You can keep the you can create a folder and you can keep this logger and exception inside that. That will be also fine. We have a constant also, and then we have created other file as well, other file and folder. So we have created one for the cloud one, cloud storage and all. So whatever cloud related thing is there, I will keep it over here inside the cloud storage. Got it, guys? Yes or no? So logger is there, actually exception is there, constant is there, cloud storage is there. So this is managing this entire pipeline, right? This is managing this entire pipeline. If I want to get a log, so definitely I will get it from here. I can simply call this file, I can get a log. Okay, exception, for exception I define a different module. For the constant, for all the variable I define the different module. For configure storage I define the different module. And for configuration and for artifact, actually I defined a separate folder for this also. So the folder name is going to be an entity, right? Entity. So like this I did my segregation. So if you will look into the code now, you will find out the same thing. Okay, you will find out the same thing. So what I'm doing here, so inside this training pipeline, actually this folder also, this training pipeline folder also, it is available inside the pipeline only. Okay, this training pipeline folder also, it is available inside the pipeline only. Okay, inside the pipeline I defined this training pipeline. And guys, here I'm going to be combine all the component. Okay, I'm going to be ensemble all the component, right? So here as of now we are implementing this data ingestion only, this particular component. So for that I defined the configuration. Configuration means what? So while we are doing a data ingestion, from where we are doing the data ingestion, we are doing from the S3. Okay, so regarding the S3, I'm going to write it on the couple of code, right? The bucket name, data folder, and all. So from here, after running the data ingestion, basically what I will get the artifact. So where I will save it, I will save it to my artifact folder. So here inside the entity, actually, one we have the config entity, means we are going to configuration of this data ingestion component. One we have a artifact entity. So where we are doing a where we are going to write another code for the for collecting the artifacts, right? So yes, both are there, which we have mentioned inside the entity, right? Now inside the training pipeline, inside the training pipeline.py, so now here what we are doing, we are combining each and everything related to this data ingestion component, then this data transformation, then model training, and this model evaluation. So I just have to run this single file, training pipeline.py, and I will be able to train my model in a single shot. And wherever whatever configuration I have defined, right, related to like artifact and related to the like whatever output, definitely I will be able to cover in that specific folder only. So I hope this thing is clear to all of you, and I'm just playing around to this file and folder. If you will look into the If you will look into the file structure or the folder structure now, you will get a same thing. Now apart from this one, we have other file as well for managing the complete infrastructure related to the testing, related to the packages and all. So I hope you already aware about it. I'm not going to define it that over here, like setup.py, talks file, okay, py project normal, setup configuration or other files or requirement.txt just for managing this particular project. But here, this is all about this X-ray folder, the main folder basically which we have. So inside the X-ray, these are the components. Here is the pipeline. Inside the pipeline, this is the file training pipeline, which is managing this entire like a training itself. Okay, and later on I will come to this transformation, model training, model evaluation, and all. Now, if you will look into the folder, now if you will look into the GitHub, so it will be easy to you. Okay, easily you can understand each and everything. So I hope this thing is clear. Tell me, guys, can I get quick yes or no in the chat? If you are watching to me, if you are listening to me, tell me, guys, fast. Is it getting clear to all of you? Now what I can do, I can show the screen, and there I can show you the same thing. Tell me, guys, fast. Is it clear to all of you? Yes or no? Yes. If you are following to me, then please give me a quick yes or no. Then I will configure my cloud storage and all this particular S3 operations and this data ingestion code. And then finally, we'll try to see that how we can create a bucket and all inside the S3 and how we can ingest the data from there only. So tell me, guys, fast. If you are getting it, then please give me a thumbs up. Please write it on yes or no, at least in the chat, so I will get some sort of idea. Do it, guys. I'm giving you 1 minute of time. If you haven't copied the code, please do it, and then I will go with the further uh, further implementation. Okay, great. So fine. Let's start with the further implementation. Okay, great. So here, guys, you can see in this particular code, right? In the S3, here in the S3, right? What you need to do. So sync folder to the S3, okay, and sync folder from the S3. Okay, there are two different names basically which I have. Sync folder from S3. There are two different names. So let me write it down here. Sync from S3. So what will be the code here? What will be the code inside this method? So here I am writing the code now. Just focus for more 30 minutes and everything will be clarified to you. So inside this one, inside the try, actually I am going to write it down the command. Okay, what's going to be a command? So command is very simple. So here I am going to define the command. Just a second. CMMA and D, and the type of the command is nothing, it's a string only. Now equal to, and here I'm going to execute this command. Okay, I'm going to execute this command by using this os.system. So inside this method, inside this os.system, whatever you will write now, so you know, right, we are executing the command on top of the terminal, right? We are executing the command on top of the terminal. So the same command actually I can execute. So the same command basically I can execute by using this os.system, right? By using this os.system. So here what I will pass, I will pass this os.system, and inside this os.system I will pass this command. I hope this is perfect to all of you. Now, what's going to be my command? What will be my command? So here let me write the command. The command is going to be a very easy. Now here I will simply mention that self. Okay, self. Here is what? Here is a folder, right? Folder str. Okay, self basically just a wait, guys. No, just a wait. So here actually I have to mention this thing over here, self. Okay, self, and here is what? Here is a folder. Folder type is going to be a str, a string only. Now bucket name, so here I will mention the bucket underscore name. I will get the bucket name, and then this is going to be str, and then bucket folder name. So here is what bucket underscore folder underscore name. Okay, bucket folder underscore name. So here is nothing, the type of it is nothing, it's a str only. So I hope this thing is perfect, this thing is clear to all of you, that what all parameter I have to mention over here. The first parameter is going to be self, okay, which is like a by default, then folder, then bucket name, then bucket folder name. These many things basically which I need to mention over here, and it's not going to return anything, so simply I have written none over here. That's it. Now command, so what is the command over here which I need to execute? So let me write on the command as well. So first of all, let me define the f string, right? So in the f string, I can simply write down the message AWS S3 sync, right? AWS S3 syncs. Now here I will write my folder name. So folder name. Okay. Now here what I will do, I will write this S3. Okay, S3, and here simply I will write, so triple slash, okay, double slash basically, and here I will give my bucket name, and here I am saying that inside this bucket we have a folder. The folder is nothing, bucket folder name. So bucket folder name, guys, I hope this is clear to all of you, that this is going to my command, and this command actually I have to execute this particular command. I have to execute. Okay, so here my simple message AWS S3 sync, here is my folder S3, right? This is my proper command S3 bucket name and bucket folder name. So we are going to connect with this particular thing, right? This particular thing. How to do that, I will show you. Now inside this one, inside this sync folder from S3, okay, so here also I have to mention the command. And let me first of all, let me tell you that what are parameter I have to mention over here. The parameter is going to be self, right? The first parameter is self, then it's going to be a folder. The type of the folder is nothing, which is str, and then bucket name. So here is what, here is a bucket name, and again the type is nothing, it's a str only. Then here I am going to write it down, the bucket folder name, and the type of is nothing, it's a str. So again it is not going to return anything, so that's why I written none over here. Now inside the try, so again there will be my command, so command. Now here guys, what I will do, so here actually I will define the type of it. So the type is nothing, str, and inside this parenthesis I will mention my command, and then I have to execute this particular command by using this os dot command, right? os dot uh, sorry, os dot system, os dot system, and yes, I can mention this command over here. That's it. Now let me write down the command over here as well. So here the command is going to be very easy. Again f string is there, so inside the f string I am writing here aws, okay, aws s3 s3 sync, and here s3, okay, here I have to mention this s3 s3 uh, colon double slash, and here I have to write down the bucket name. So bucket name, then what I have to mention, guys, so here slash, here I have to mention the bucket folder name, and here is what, here is my folder, okay, folder. So like this basically, see, this is my command. So sync folder from s3, so bucket name, bucket folder name, and the folder, specific folder. So I'm syncing with that, I'm syncing with my s3. Now here sync folder to s3 basically. So here basically this is the command bucket name and the bucket folder name, so that basically I will be able to sync with it. So just try to check from here, this s3 to here, this one. Let me highlight this command basically, and I'm going to execute this command by using what, by using this os.system, right? So what I can do here, I can simply say, or I can simply show you this thing, just await this one. This is my command, this is my proper command which I'm going to execute by using this os.system. So here in this os.system, we have a command now, so pip install and all, like whatever command we are running over the command prompt, over the terminal, so the same command we can execute by using this one. Even you can test it, I will show you. Okay, I will create one more file, test file, and there I will show you that. Now here if you want to, if you will see the command, so this is my like a different command. Okay, so here os bucket name, bucket folder name, and to folder. So I hope this thing is clear, and I hope you got clear cut idea that why it is required. Now what I can do here, So I can just wait. I can remove this thing and then I will proceed with the further thing. So fine, I hope this thing is clear that how to connect with the S3. Now the next thing is going to be a very easy. Now I'm coming to the data ingestion. So inside the data ingestion, what I will do, I will get the data from S3. So for that, I will have to create an object of this S3 operations. Okay, I will have to create a like object of this S3 operation. Now let me show you how you can do that. So inside the data ingestion, let me mention something. First of all, I will start from this init itself. Now inside the init, actually, first of all, I need to like get the configuration and all. So here I have simply written a code. Let me show you that. So this is the code, guys, for the init. This is the code, right? Now just focus over here. Okay, so just wait. Let me remove this part, and here is this one. This is my code, guys. Now just focus over here that what we are getting. So here we are passing this data ingestion config. From where we are passing, you will get to know in some time, right? Now actually we are passing from the training. Once I will run the training now, so automatically this data ingestion will call, and here we are passing the configuration. So we get the entire configuration over here. And now here we are doing one more thing. Now here we are going to create an object of the S3 operation also. So here I'm going to create an object of the S3 operation, and S3 operation, and where I'm going to keep it, I'm going to keep it inside this dot S3, right? Now see, guys, what I did over here. So here is nothing. Here is my S3 operation. Got it? This one. So this two thing is clear. This two thing is fine to all of you. First is configuration of the component, and the second is what? Second is the operation, right? The S3 operation. Now I have to get a data. So for getting a data, basically, again, I have written something. Let me show you that. So let me copy and paste basically, and then I will give you this particular code. So here is the code, guys, complete code. Now see, I have written a logger over here. Logger, I think you already know about the logger. No need to explain you. Now the next thing, basically, what I have written, sync folder from S3. I have to get a data. If you want to get a data, then I will sync folder from S3. Sync folder to S3 means I'm going to upload the data. Sync folder from S3 means I'm getting a data. So here, if I want to get a data, so here I am going to call this particular method along with this names. Okay, this variables. And where I have defined it, guys, tell me. I already defined it inside the configuration, and we are going to access it by using the configuration, because this folder name, this bucket name, it's a configuration of the current component. It's a configuration of the current component. So instead of defining over here inside this file, again, it's going to be a very messy. So we took some industry approach. So in the industry, actually, you will find out the neat and clean code. You'll find a code along with some protocols and all. So we try to achieve that only. It's not the completely one, but yeah, it is a glimpse of that only, so that you will be very much familiar that how the people are working in the industry. I'm not saying that it's a like completely understudy and all, but yeah, it is giving you that particular idea, so that you can get it if you are going in any company, if you are seeing any bigger system and all. So easily you can adapt that thing by seeing this architecture, by seeing the code and all. Okay, so yeah, I hope this thing is clear now. S3 sync folder for getting a data. I think you got to know that. And here is the logging. Now let me show you the logger also. I think this is empty one. I haven't written anything over here. Let me copy and paste the code, and then I will give you the final conclusion and the final explanation. So here you can see. So we have the logger also, and it is similar to the previous project only. But don't worry. Again, I can give you the quick recap of it. And we have many more classes in the upcoming classes. I will try to explain you this. Course is going to be for 2 weeks, so definitely we'll be able to understand each and everything in a very detailed way, right? Now the next thing here, config entity is here, artifact entity. Where is the data ingestion? Yeah, here is the data ingestion. Now let's try to write the code inside the data ingestion. So what will be the code for the data ingestion? Here I already written. Now let me give you this particular code, so that you will get it what I am getting from here. So here, guys, now see, now focus on the data ingestion. In the data ingestion, actually, we have this try block, and we have this except block. Now inside the try, what I am writing, first of all, let me see what is the issue here, whether it's an indentation issue or what. Yes, now it is perfect. So here, guys, inside the S3, so sorry, inside this try, actually, so what I have written, so I am writing get data from S3, means we are calling to this method. So we'll be getting a data, right? So once we'll get the data, so we are getting a path, train path and the test path, right? And at that particular path, what I will do, I will keep my data, right? So here is what, here is a data ingestion artifact, means this component is going to be written the it is going to be written the data ingestion artifact only. So here what I'm getting, see here I'm calling to this data ingestion artifact, I will initialize the path. Okay, I will initialize the path, and that thing I'm going to return over here. And from where this thing is going to be execute, so this thing is going to be execute from here. See, from this data ingestion artifact, I will be getting this data ingestion artifact over here, and then I can return it basically. So from wherever I'm going to run this, from wherever I'm going to execute this training pipeline now, at that particular place only I will get the artifact. Now I hope you are getting each and everything, each and every sync, right? So let me update the code, and it's a final code basically for the data ingestion one. Now for the data ingestion one, let me give you the code, and then I will come to the S3, and then final we'll try to execute it. So here git add dot, and here commit git commit hyphen m. Now here is what, so here I can keep that data ingestion code updated, data ingestion code updated, commit. Okay, spelling is wrong, so commit spelling is COMMIT, commit. Now here I can git push origin main. Perfect. So I given you the code, guys, you can get it from here. Now coming to the S3 configuration, I think we still have 10 minutes, so we can go for the configuration and all. So how to do the configuration of the S3? So first of all, guys, you will have to open your AWS. Now let me show you the S3 configuration, and I hope, guys, you have the entire code inside your GitHub. So please try to take a code from the GitHub only. And don't worry, again I will come to that. I won't leave like this. I understand that people are having confusion, and it happens whenever we are learning a code or something or projects. Basically, in one attempt we won't be able to get it until we are not doing it by ourselves. So that's why I'm giving you the code, so at least you can try, you can do your own brainstorming, and once we'll execute it finally, then definitely you will get it, and you will be do it by yourself as well. Now let's try to understand that how we can configure the S3 for this particular thing. So first I'm searching about the AWS. So AWS login. Now here you will get AWS login page. Just a second. Simply you can search also. Okay, so this is the marketplace. We don't require this one. Yeah, this one. Now just try to log in over here. Just click on this log back in if you have already account. If you don't have account, guys, you can simply sign up over here, and then you can log in. I believe that you have account, and everyone can create an account on top of the AWS. It is not very much difficult. It's very easy, and even you not required a credit card, even with a debit card also you can do that. And I believe that everyone is having that debit card at least. So yes, it will like hardly charge you 1 or 2 rupees, and easily you can create a account over here. But just remember that thing, if you are using any sort of a service, then after using it, just delete it. Otherwise it's going to be charge you. If let's say if you are getting any sort of a charges now, in that case also you can waive off those particular charges. Okay, I will create a specific video on top of it, that how you can waive off your charges, and then definitely you will be able to do it. Now here what you need to do, guys, so here you need to search about the S3, right? Just search about the S3, and I hope it is visible to all of you. Let me increase the size of the page. So now here what I did, I opened the S3, and now what we have to do here, we have to create a bucket, right? We have to create a bucket. Now let me create a bucket. Now what was the bucket name, guys? So let me show you the bucket name. The bucket name already I kept it over here inside this constant, and the name should be same. If the name is not going to be same, it will give you the issue. So whatever bucket name you are going to write it down there now. So here you have to keep the same bucket name inside this init.py. So bucket name was the X-ray lung images. Now let me take the bucket name, and let me create one bucket over here. So here, guys, I have the bucket name, and please remember the region also, because this region actually is going to be a very important. If you are not able to remember this region, guys, in that case, like you might face the issue whenever you are going to configure it, right? So first of all, guys, remember the region, whatever region you are selecting, and then what you can do, you can write the bucket name. So my bucket name was X-ray lung images. If this is not going to work, I will take a different one. Then keep everything by default, and then create the bucket over here after writing a bucket name. Now see, guys, my bucket is creating, and yes, successfully it has created the bucket. So here, what is my bucket? Let me check here. So X-ray lung images. This is my bucket. I think everyone is able to see it. So I believe guys, you are able to create this bucket. Now the next step, what I have to do? The next step, I have to configure it. So I have to connect it with the local one, right? So with the local system, how we can do it, how we can connect this S3 basically with the local one. One more thing I would like to tell you over here, don't use the access key and ID from the root user. Instead of that, you can create your own user, okay, and you can give the access to this S3, and that access ID and like a access ID and this access key you can create from there and you can use it. Let me show you how. Because if you are going to use it, if you are going to create access ID and the if you are going to create this access ID and access key from the root user, so it might give you the problem, because that is going to be a really harmful. If anyone is getting that, definitely he can use or he can access or she can access any sort of a service from your account. So better you are creating a user and then you are giving a permission to your S3, and then that like access key and ID you are using. So let me create a user over here. So here for creating a user, you just need to search about this okay, I am, and then after that, basically, it will give you the like option to create a user. Let me show you how to create a user step by step. So here, left hand side, you can see there are different options. User group, you can create the group also. You can create a user, roles, policies. Everything is fine here. Now just click on this users. So once you will click on this user, it will give you the option for creating a user, right? So here, what I'm doing, I'm creating a user. My user. So here I have to provide my username. So my username is going to be live YouTube session. So this is the like a name which I have given to my user. Now I just need to click on this next, and after that, guys, it will give you some sort of a option. So add to user group. We don't have any user group, then how we can add it? Now copy the permission. We don't have any existing user. We are not going to copy the permission from there. Attach the policy. So here, yes, we have to select this attach policy. Now just click on this attach policy, and after that, basically you just need to check the different policies, right? So let me zoom out. So here we have a different policies, which service you want to, which service basically you want to access, right? Okay, so regarding which service you want to give the access to the particular user, so you can select from here. As of now, I'm giving the admin access, right? So I'm giving the admin access over here. I'm not selecting any specific. You can select the specific service also, like S3 and all. So here I don't want to take any sort of a chance, otherwise I might face any sort of a issue. So after the session, I will create or I will delete my user. If you're able to see my access key or ID, then see, I have given the administrator access to this particular user, and then I'm clicking on this next. Then simply it will ask you, like, would you like to create a user? Yes, I want to create the user. Now see, user is getting created, guys. Now after that, you can see this is nothing. This is my user. Now simply go inside the security credential. This one. Just click on the security credential, and here you will find out this create access key, and then create the access key, create on this command line interface CLI, and then click on this confirmation, and then click on this next. That's it. This is a simple process. Now here you can see, once you will click on this create access key, this one, you will be able to create your access key. Now here is your access key. Even you can download it, or from here directly you can copy and paste. So here they have given you the option for downloading this access key, download.csv file. Now let me download this CSV file. So here, once I click on this download.csv, here automatically it is getting downloaded. Now I get my access key and my access ID. So I hope till here everything is fine, everything is perfect. Then how to create a user and how to create the S3 inside the AWS. Got it? Now the next thing what I need to do here. So after creating a user and after creating this S3, so my main aim is what? My main aim is to access this S3, the S3 bucket. Okay, so just a second, let me show you the S3. Where is my S3 and how we can access this particular bucket? Okay, I hope you are liking this session, guys. It's quite like here is like so many things, basically complicated and all. If you are a like beginner in that case, but yeah, once you will practice it, now definitely you will be getting it. Nothing is impossible, nothing is tough if you are like practicing. So if you are consistent, learning, definitely like you can achieve anything. And this is just a simple project. That's it. Now let's start here with the bucket and all. So this is my bucket. Where is my bucket, guys? X-ray lung images. Now here what I will do, I will upload the data. I will show you that. But first of all, let me configure in my local. That how we can do that, how we can configure in my local. For that, guys, this AWS CLI will be required. Now, simply I'm searching about the AWS CLI. So AWS CLI. Now here you can see command line interface for the AWS. So if you haven't installed it, guys, please try to install it. You can directly download this CLI. Let me show you where you will find out the option. So for downloading it, first of all, I think you will have to sign in. Let me check. They have given you the direct option for the downloading this AWS CLI. For the Windows, yes, here is the option. Now, yes, guys. So once you will click on this one, now this particular option, for Windows actually, they have given you the option. So once you will click on the 64-bit, right, this one, for Windows, Mac, and for Linux, for all of three, for all the three platform, okay, for all three major platform, we have an option here. So if you want to download it for the window, just click on this 64-bit. If you want to download it for the Mac, so just click on this one. And if you want to download for the Linux, then click on this one. Automatically it's going to be a download inside your system. I hope this thing is clear now. So after downloading it, then directly you can access it by using the command line itself. So here in my project, let me open my terminal. Let me open my command line or command prompt. So first of all, guys, I'm going to open my, okay, so let me delete it, or it is fine. Let me open the new one here. So once you will click on this drop down now, you will automatically find out the option like git bash, command prompt, Ubuntu, Kali, or regarding the different uh, like a cell. So here I'm selecting this command prompt. I just click on this command prompt, and here you can see I have my command prompt now. So for configuring this AWS after downloading this CLI, so first you need to download it, and then you need to tell me you need to install it, okay, after downloading it. So I have already did it. I'm not doing it. I just shown you that how to download it. So from this particular link you need to download it. Once you will click on this, you can download it, and then you can configure it. Now in wherever actually you are working now, so at that particular position, at that particular directory itself, in that root directory only, you have to open the terminal. So whether you can open by using the CMD, or whether you can use the terminal directly. So here also you will find out the CMD, same CMD. Now, what I'm doing here, so here first of all I have to write this AWS configure. Okay, AWS configuration. So once I will write this AWS configuration, so here you can see it is giving me a different uh it is giving me a different values, so different name actually. So let me check with the proper command. What is the proper command over here? Just a second. AWS configure is a proper command. uh, yeah. So here, this is the proper command, AWS configure. So AWS configure, AWS configure. So here you need to write it down, this AWS configure. I think you are able to see this AWS configure. So once you will write it down this thing now, so it will ask you the access key ID. So here you can see it is asking you the access key ID, this one, access key ID. I hope it is visible to you, this access key ID. Now how you can pass this access key ID. So I think you know that we have uploaded it. So let me show you where we have uploaded, sorry, where we have downloaded it. So here inside the download folder, we have already downloaded this access key ID. So just open it, just open this particular CSV file, and try to copy and paste the same access key ID over there. So just wait, I think I already did it. Uh, let me close it, and here I am going to open it. Yes, perfect. So I have opened this file. Now let me copy and paste this particular ID. So here is my access key ID, which I am going to copy and paste to my terminal. So you just need to do a right click and see this is the ID which I have pasted. Now after that, you just need to hit the enter. Then it will ask you the access key. So you need to again open your this CSV. I already opened it in my a different screen. So what I'm doing now, so here I am going to copy this access key. Okay, so just a second, I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it over here. So see guys, I have pasted the access key also, sorry, access ID, access key ID, and access key, both thing I have pasted over here. Now what I will do, I will just hit the enter. So see, I have hit the enter. Now it is asking the reason. So the region which I took from there, it was the US East one, right? So the by default region was the US East one, and it's the same one. If you want to change it, if you have any different region, that's why I was saying that. That's why I was saying to you that you have to look into the region. So here actually you can see we have a region US East one. It's the same only. Then you just need to hit the enter. Okay, that's it. Then here it is asking default output format. If you want, if you have specified any output format, you can mention it over here. Otherwise, keep it none only and then hit enter. Then it has configured, means my local system is now connected to my S3. I think you are getting my point that what I'm saying over here. Now the next thing what you need to do over here, so you need to assume that your data is available over your S3, right? So here is your S3, and now what I can do here, I can upload the data. I can run the specific code also, but here we don't have too much time, so let me upload the data. In the next class I will show you with the I will upload the data as well with the Python code. But let me show you the data ingestion pipeline, that how it is fetching the data from here. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm going to upload the data. So just a second, let me upload the data over here. I already have the data. So let me just do the copy and paste. Sorry, let me just do the drop and down. Just a second, guys. Here is the data which I kept. Okay, so here is the data. Let me check now. So here, drag and drop. So fine. Now see guys, my data is uploading over here to my S3, and yes, yeah. So here my data is uploading, and the size of the data is 74 MB. It will take like a couple of seconds. My data size is not that much huge, so yeah, you can see till now 60 to 66%, and 64, 65, 89, then 95, and it is done. Okay, so we have a data. We have a data on top of the AWS. So we have kept the data over here as a zip file. So I uploaded a zip file over here, and yes, everything is perfect, everything is fine. Now what you need to do here, guys, tell me. So from here actually you need to collect the data, right? From here itself you need to collect the data. Now actually you will run your data ingestion pipeline. So here is your data ingestion pipeline, guys. Now let me show you how you will run it. So here you will go with your training pipeline. So where is your training pipeline? This one, training pipeline, not inside the context, inside the pipeline itself. This one, training pipeline. Now you will open your training pipeline, and after opening it you will find out that I have already configured each and everything over here, right? So already I written each and everything related to the artifact configuration and all, everything is there. Now it's time to run it. So here you can see we are running it. We are creating an object of this training pipeline, and then we are starting it. Okay, training pipeline is here, and then what we are doing, guys, tell me. So here there is one more method, is start data ingestion, this one. Okay, so start data ingestion, we are calling this method, this particular method. Now let's see whether we are able to run it or not. So first of all, let me copy this thing because it is not getting highlighted. Now I'm pasting it over here, and yeah, now let me take the path of this file, right click, and let me take a relative path. And here what I'm doing now, I'm writing Python. So Python, and here I'm pasting this particular path, and I believe it should run. So if I'm hitting the enter, so yes, it is started the running each and everything. Now see, it is showing me a error. The error is S3 data folder is not there. Config entities, line number 17, self artifact data ingestion, S3 data folder, artifact data directory. Okay, S3 data ingestion, S3 data folder. Let me check with the constant where I'm getting this error, inside this config entity.py. So where is my config entity.py? Here is my config entity.py. Now what is the name here? S3 data folder. Okay, S3 data folder is here. Inside the constant, whether I defined or not, let me check. S3 data folder. Yes, S3 data folder. The data folder name is data only. Now no attribute. I think the spelling is wrong or what. So S3 data folder. Okay, let me check with this configuration only. Where is the entity? Here is the entity. and here is a config entity s3 data folder. Okay, s3 see here s is capital, and maybe I have written s is a small one over here. Somewhere s is a small one here, see, as is a small, now here as is a capital. So yeah, that's a issue. Let me rectify it. Okay, now it is perfect. See, has three data folder, and here it was capital S. That's why I was not able to like access this variable, and it was generating the error. So yeah, this type of issue you might face whenever you are writing a code. This simple typo like capital, small, or whatever. Now here what I'm doing. So again, I'm running this pipeline, training pipeline, and let's see. So here now it is saying that data ingestion line number 26, data ingestion config, no object. Okay, same issue here also. So data ingestion.py line number 626, data ingestion.py, where is the data ingestion.py, line number 26, here is the line number 26, here is the line number 26, and here is S3. Great, perfect. Now I think it should work. So if I am running the script again, okay, so here is the clear cut, and finally, okay, I think again one more issue. Training pipeline is fine, option is fine, okay, to sell text is fine, aws help. The following argument are required. Path is where data ingestion artifact, a pipeline, not data ingestion artifact. Line number 36 of the training pipeline. Just a second, guys. Line number 36 of the training pipeline. 36, 36, 36. What is here? Okay, so here what I did, I written something. Here is the data training pipeline. Now training pipeline object is getting created, and here data ingestion config. Now line number 36 module training pipeline. In it should return none, not data ingestion artifact. I'm not returning anything now here. Why it is okay. Indentation issue. Correct. Indentation issue is here. I got it. So it's going to be an indentation issue, and I think it should perfect now. Okay, accept is fine. This is fine. So this was the indentation issue. Okay. Now let's try to run it. Let's see whether it is working or not, guys. So yes, finally training pipeline.py. Okay, here now it is saying that everything is fine, guys. Now inside the pipeline everything is perfect. Now it's a something from the aws side. So aws option command subcommand parameter, aws help, aws help. Okay, some command error, the following argument are required paths. The following argument are required paths. Okay, let me check what is the path here inside this cloud storage. Log is perfectly fine. Log is getting updated. Here you can see got the training test set from the S3 data ingestion. It is data. So, we got something. No, just a second, guys. Let me check once. VNB. Okay, everything is perfect. Log is saying that we have entered into the S3, get data from S3, exited from S3, exit initiate data ingestion method, got train and test, but here we don't have train and test. I think I will have to upload the folder over here. Just wait. So what I can do here was just wait, guys. What I'm doing here now. Oh, enable bucket key value. Okay, just a second, guys. Character size, move, query S3. Oh, data rename. Because the data is very huge, so that's why I kept like something like this. Okay, here is not a delete option, disable. Storage class text object log. Let me do one thing here. What I can do. Okay, so here I can delete it also. Just a second, guys. What I can do, let me delete this thing. Okay, I'm not getting direct delete option. Just wait. I'm keeping a data in the without zip format. So maybe okay. Let me check here. So create a folder. Yes, delete option is there. So here I am going to be delete it. Specify object. So data only data dot zip. Now permanently delete. Okay, permanently delete. Or I can copy and paste from here. Just a second, guys. Okay, now what I can do here, so I can upload without zip. Just a second. It might take some time because we have lots of file here. Otherwise, if we are not able to do in today's session, I will like show you in the next class. So in tomorrow's session, basically. Okay, perfect. Here we are uploading it. Here the size is a little huge, guys. I think it might take some time. The original data folder, the size was around I think 2 GB. I like removed some sort of images, but it still it is showing 1 GB. We just see my pipeline is working fine, everything is fine. I think some issue with the configuration and all. Maybe it is not able to find out the specific path. So the code basically which we have written inside that folder should be a data, not zip. Otherwise like we'll have to write down the code for the unzipping also. So that I think I forgot. Otherwise we can simply upload the data folder and that we can get it over here, means we can ingest over here. Okay, so I think we can do one thing, guys. It might take some time. The data is also very, very huge. I think we should not upload it. Okay, don't worry. I will show you in the next class. So what I will do, I will create a small data set. I did it, I tried, but still it is 1 GB because the 5,000, there are like so many 5,000 file and all. So what you can do, so first of all, you need to remember this thing that everything is working fine over here without any sort of a issue, right? So this entire pipeline, the code which I have written over here, just try to understand this code and try to configure your S3, right? So in the next class, I think the time is not there. It is already 4:15. So we'll upload the data to the S3 and we'll try to consume it from there. Means simply we have to run it and definitely we can do it, right? By using the this training pipeline. Is everything I have configured over here inside the code. If you will look into the code, right? I just have to upload the data to my S3, right? Tomorrow I will do it, or I will keep one folder and immediately I will show you. And I will create one test.py file also. And by using the Python code also, we can do it. So the main thing is to create a pipeline. It took so much time for showing the configuration and all, right? But for the next component, it is not going to take too much time because here in the next component, I just have to copy and paste the code. And after uploading the data, first I will run it all the experiment in the ipynb file, and then like all together, okay, simultaneously I will keep it inside the a different component. So those component actually it won't give you too much pain. But yeah, here this data ingestion was the little it was a starting now. So everything I shown you from scratch only. So I hope you have a code now. This data ingestion wise, I will keep the folder over here because it might take time. I don't know how much like uh, image I have to select for the 100 or 200 MB. So yeah, that I will let you know in the next session. So is it fine, guys? Tell me, did you get a code or will you practice still here? Will you create your component, all the code like I have did over here, like related to the cloud storage component and all, and try to create an account over the S3 and try to configure the AWS CLI as well. Okay. So in the next class, we'll see that how we can fetch it by using this particular command, right? So by running this particular pipeline, only the data ingestion component. Already we have written each and everything. So can I get quick yes or no in the chat? If everything is fine, then please do let me know, guys. I'm waiting for your reply. Yes. Okay. I already given you the code in the GitHub. So please try to check it. We are ready with the ingestion and all. Everything is fine. Just the data set, the size of the data set is giving issue, basically. I thought that this zip file will work actually, but no, it is taking the entire path. This particular path, and the path which I have given over here. That was a different one over here inside this constant. So if you will look into the constant now, here the path was the different. See here the folder name was the data only. So I will have to keep this folder over here, this data folder. Otherwise, if I'm writing over here this data zip na, so I will have to write in the code for the unzipping. I thought that it will take only the data path. So in the next class, we'll try to sort out this thing. And yeah, until please try to run it. Please make sure that you are not getting any type of error over here over the terminal, which is running smoothly for me. Just like a one configuration I need to do after uploading the data, and then everything will be working fine. So fine, guys. Thank you for joining this session. Please try to check the code. Please try to practice it by yourself. If you have any doubt, any sort of a issue, you can ping me on my LinkedIn, or you can write in the comment section also. In the next class, we'll try to complete it. Until thank you, bye bye, take care, guys. Now I'm going to end the session. Thank you.